Yeah, so this episode of Flimsy Chuff Radio is dedicated to the showers. I've just come out of the showers, and sometimes what I like to do is think of the best showers I've ever had and take it back to that. And because there are so many showers, you can have a lot of materials for the whole lockdowns.
We've been waiting for so long, waiting to play for you some of our songs.
We had the right idea in the beginning, and we just need to maintain our focus and elevate. What we do,
Flimsy Chuff, Flimsy Chuff, Flimsy Chuff, Flimsy Chuff, Flimsy Chuff, Flimsy Chuff, Flimsy Chuff.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is DJ Avis Van Ransom back with Flimsy Chuff Radio. We are live from the lockdowns in the countrysides, and I have two guests with me. It is Brad Leboff, who is my management, and Robert Smithens, who you may remember from other Flimsy Chuff Radios. He is ex-stockbrokings, and they have come to the lockdowns, but this is quite illegal, guys. So can you tell us what is happening to you while you are in the countryside with Avis Van Ransom?
I'm Brett and me have both had it. I think the mic's a bit loud.
Yeah, I think the mic's a bit loud, Avis. Yes, Brett, you should be doing the mic. You are my management. Thank you. So you can just thank you. I think that is better. If I shouting. Okay. So thank you, Brett. That is why you are here, because you are my management. Thank you. Okay, Avis. Well, look, we think we've had it. Basically,
Yeah, it's like nothing I've ever had before at all. I went through all the symptoms, and it was like, Brett said, you said on the way here, Brett, it was like a Panini sticker swap, wasn't it, from in the old days when you said...
Yeah, I was saying got, need.
Yes, for all the symptoms, because I had the achy body and temperature, but... Oh, it's just like nothing I've ever had before. It's quite boring, really, but it's nice to be here in the countryside with you, Avis. And really good to get away from my ex-wife, because I was in lockdown with her in the Mayfair flat. And it was just awful. I know most people have gone from the south of France, and me and Mrs. Smithens, stuck in our Mayfair apartment anyway.
Yeah, and it's just great to come and see you, Avis. We've been listening to your lockdown messages. Yes, Brett, thank you. I will promote the show. Thank you. You are just here, management. We have to talk later about the clauses for my contracts, because all the shows are cancelled, and now I need to find if the contracts are having acts of God, then we are all quite fucked. So can we check that? Do you have the contracts with you, Brett? No, they're paper copies. I've only got them back in London. Oh, Brett, this is not good at all. Maybe you are having to go back to London? Yes, because there was this MP that is going to his family house from London to Herefordshire, and he is saying that this is okay and not against the rules, even though he's driving 150, 200 miles to this place. Maybe we can send you back to London.
Do I have to go with him? Because actually the roads were very, very clear, and maybe it's all much better.
So today we are going to be talking about this is voice notes. I have been doing voice notes from the lockdowns. I did about 4 or 5 days and then got quite bored, but I will be doing them for you and putting them on the track so you can hear them, so you have some context. And Brett might be going to London to get my contracts live on the show, right? Not sure about that, Avis, but well, if you still want to be my manager, maybe you can go to London. Do you have a tune, Brett? Do you want something that you like? That I have one actually now. sorry. Let's see if I can get this before the bed is running. I don't know if I can find the track. And soon, I will do this. It is KOG and the Zongo Brigade. And it's very, very nice. And I'm gonna put it just before I sneeze. So this is great. And here we're gonna do the track and come back after this. And do okay, yes. It's quite an intro, but now it's kicking. No. Shall I skin up, Brett? Yeah. Oh, sure. Your show.
Rapping colleges and scholarly, come follow my smoke trails. Burn herbs to get my dome clear. Spitting verses, every word clear. Lyrical syllabus, soliciting the dough here. Still on my hustle, listen, boss you when the coast clear. I'm just a product of these roads, showing no fear. Skin glowing, glisten, lit up like a smoke flare. Illuminate or a rap guru, Dalai Lama. Living la vida loca, no tomorrow. Anticipated, so evade the drama. Call it my fate to karma. Predicted danger, watching every corner. Every stranger watching paranoia. But in the cape, I got my balaclava. Black gloves, black hoodie, bag of marijuana. What? Stay potent, my chief flow is focus and motive. Mind over my, I'm moving mountains. Fountain of youth is where I swim, never drowning, never ready, been down since millennium 2000. Searching for knowledge of self in these surroundings with the invisible fences that keep us founded. Shrouded in mystery, got my history looking clouded. Down with my people, repping bad machine crowded. Rebellion, shout it loudly, sound of freedom resounded. Pound for pound, my feet are grounded. Sound of the beast and the screams and the howling. How does it keep it so deep? Never doubt me. Never doubt him, the depth so astounding. The levels that would peak, never sleep, only lounging. One a devil, 777 on the crown still. Higher levels with the reverence around with,
Okay, so thank you very much. That is KOG, COG, and the Zongo Brigade. Today's show, we are mainly going to play acts that are played in the Chai Wallace tent, the festival tent. It's quite legendary in the UK festivals. So, big up to all the Chai Wallace crew on the lockdowns. And the same, you can't be with me on the Super Sexy Spunkin' lockdown in the countryside, but I'm missing you guys, of course, and I will play the dedication. So, at this time, it's okay if I can play my a voice note to you from the lockdowns. This is going back in time about 3 weeks. Well, who knows what days it is, so we don't remember. And I think I sent it to you guys, right, Robert?
Yeah, I didn't really listen to it, to be honest, Avis. So it'd be good to hear it again. I think maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Avis. I mean, it's good stories, you know, from your lockdown experience. So. Yeah, why not? Well, you know, I'm just thinking I've sent it to the super fans, you know, and they are having great times. And saying, oh, Avis, when are you bringing back Flimsy Chuff Radio? And then I am bringing back Flimsy Chuff Radio only because I've done this voice note. So I will send you to voice note number 1, and then we will go for a tune, and we can come back and talk about it. Okay, so I think this is gonna happen now. Yes, here we go. Yes, DJ Avis Fan Rancho here. I am in isolation, but because they have not locked down the Londons, so I have decided to go to a big country house with some bitches, and I was visiting my dealer on the way, so he stacked up with the pills and the cocaine and the weeds and some Valiums and 1 sheet of high-grade acid, and that is great. So we have a Tesco delivery coming next week sometimes. In the meantime, I have 1,600 packets of mini cheddars because I'm going to the macro store because under the banner of DJ Avis Van Rancho Limited, I have a macro card, so that is great. So I'm also investing in 300 Bramley apple turnovers with the sugar and the cream inside. So that is great, and I can put the cream on the bits as well and get them licked. So to be honest, I'm very much look forward to the lockdowns. Constant orgies of drugs, and I think 2 months of this and the last month will be to come off of it all, and hopefully September times I can start the DJ set. I have postponed my gigs in Wolverhampton's, Bracknell and Utrecht, and I will be playing in Utrecht. It looks like September 11th, actually, which is, you know, because when Avis is getting on the decks, it is like a big kaboom, you know, big, like it is a big 9/11 when Avis is on the decks. So this is great times. So I'm sending a lot of love to the people. May you have super sexy spunkin' orgies. Make sure that you are having sex 3 times a day, at least. If not with, then with yourself is okay as well. And toilet rolls is obviously essential, but the biggest thing I'm having problems getting hold of at the moment is coconut oils and lube, and this is more worrying for me than anything else. So I will try more to get this because it makes a big difference with the slippy slidey super sexy spunk parties with all the ladies. Have good times, guys. Stay safe and just feel the love, and if you don't know what to do, just lean back and touch yourselves.
Party people in this here spot, you better get on up, cause it's time to rock. You don't mind, I wanna have a little time in the bit. I wrote a hit, I need to put it out and let it emanate. I'm all that every letter got a bending like a centipede. A remedy an enemy, amend the mini-me. Started becoming animated when the money made it. Dominated man, I hate it, but I run an unabated. And I'm never pantomiming at a gig in any line. I'm bringing any man that I'm in, you can dig it. When I'm handling a crowd, then I stand up in a bow. Got 'em damming like the Panama Canal. I'm second to none, the second I'm done. Exhaling every breath that I get in my lung. And you can take it like a rhythm and adrenaline. Disseminating lingo, then I'm bringing in a synonym. And many men and women to the bend to do the minimum. I get them on my pin and then I win and I win again. Andy Cooper coming out of the blue like a boy named Sue saying, how do you do? I got a beat that's like bare feet on concrete. Ha! Burning out of Long Beach all the way to Zaire. I don't wanna lie here. When I get an idea, put it into high gear and ram along. Come on, if you can roll it, I'm a bag of moment. I get on to do another show. No quitting me. Never had enough. Flow with a beat like an aqueduct. So quickly, let my rapper rub. No diggity. I got to bag it up. Pop a time bomb, taking the blow with the get up and go to the little middle, bring the rig of my roll. And on the rhyme on the set, going live in the wreck with a vibe in the pick. Better dive on the deck when I ready to roll. You wanna get the party going? Anybody let me know? Cause I'm a bad man with a ham in the mic. You need to come and see me rip it to the end of the night. You wanna rock, out of control with everybody going at it when I put it on the show. I've been waiting on the side for my moment to arrive. Never rockin' with my people and you know we're gonna fly. Let's go. Come on now. Wanna rock? I'm a bottom, you ought to be given if you want a disc. Cause I audibly gotta be on the front of any list when I hit them like throw on my jab, got them days by the phrase that I wrote on my pad. Coming with a right, I won't knock you out. I keep bringing the pain to the end of the bout. My lips are the lighter, igniting the wick that I lit when I spit all the fire. And there can never be another imitating me when I kick it analytical and hit it, baby D. I'm light skinned and enigmatic and I never get erratic. And I love I take it if it's cinematic. When I'm at it, I can take a bit of predicate to whip it into ship and integrate a groove on the ventilator. At any rate, I got them on the ropes in the days. Stoked in the maze that I broke from the cage. Talking really fast, so your hair's pulled back like a rockabilly cat. Take cover, shoot from the hips. Nigga wave like a lunar eclipse on attack. And you're black and you're blue was the crisp. Do a top 10 for coupe in the mix. I come through with a head of steam. Designing a rhyming scheme. Mr. Bravado, aficionado. Grip on the mic that'll rip like a throttle. Fast on the rap, that's on and on. Fast like driving on an Autobahn. Fast all day like Ramadan. I'm bubbling and bubbling and becoming a phenomenon. Cause I jam like nobody can. I'm the man with the plan like Cobra Command. Or Tony Montana. Go my banana. Scope on the land on the boat from a man. I'm man, I'm bad to the bone. Standing alone. Coming with the number one. Handmade a poem in the zone. In the zone, I'ma cool my favorite song. Bonita album bomb. You gotta put me on. Bonita, Ina got it, Avita. If you're not a believer, then Mina, man, I couldn't be timid. I live in the minute. You better run and quit in the minute. I'm flipping it over the limit when I ride. I'm ready to roll. You wanna get the party going? Anybody let me know? Cause I'm a bad man when they hand me the mic. You need to come and see me rip it till the end of the night. I'm gonna ride, out of control. Everybody going at it when I put it on the show. I've been waiting on the side for my moment to arrive. I'm rockin' with my people and you know we gonna fly. Ready to roll, get ready to roll. I'm ready to roll, keep on rocking. Ready to roll, get ready to roll. Come on, y'all. Ready to roll, rock on out of here.
Okay, yes, the bed is a bit loud. Brad, can you sort the bed out, please? Oh, sorry, Avis, sorry. Yes, you are my manager. The only reason why I invite you to the Flimsy Chuff Radio, even though you were a part of it, that is fine, no problem, but really, Avis's profile is growing quite consistently since the last Flimsy Chuff season, which was about 2016, I think. And so I invite you here mainly so you can ride the bed, do the volumes, check the mics, testes, 1, 2, 3, and all that. Is that okay, Brett? Yeah, that's fine, Avis. I mean, it's just nice to get out of London, really, and be in the countryside. And yeah, I mean, yes, Brett, but you might have to go to London to get my contract. So I have not forgotten about this. This is gonna come up sometimes. And guys, can we play a game?
I don't really like games. Not sure, Avis.
Brett, you up for a game? Yeah, I could do a game. Why not? I mean, what else are we doing? Okay, yeah, so the first question is, if you can spend lockdown with any drug, what is the one that you are going to pick?
Well, Avis, I haven't done drugs for about 27 years. To the day, March the 18th, I think it was. I know it was, really. It was definitely March the 18th, 27 years ago. So, just a Perrier water, and when I've been really good, I put a slice of lime in it. You know, at the end of the day, couple of ice and a slice, you know, and that will do for me, Avis.
Yes, really, Robert, this is, okay, no problems. Let's ask the people which drug you would have if you can only have one in the lockdowns, because the dealers are getting quite a little bit nervous more and more to go out and to dealing. So luckily, Avis, I have 1 kilogram of hashish from my friend. Yes, he is coming all the way from Morocco just to bring the hash, and then I am paying for the country mansion, so that is nice. And he is only just joining us. To be honest, I was the only alpha male. You will hear about this on the voice notes, but he is joining me, and his payment is 1 kilogram of the finest Moroccan hash, so I thought that was quite reasonable. No problems. I think we can rule out amphetamines, right? We can rule out speed, because you are not wanting speed in the lockdowns, do you think? No, I think that might be a bit much, Avis. Really.
As I said, I'm on the Perrier anyway, so this doesn't concern me.
Yes, Robert, so shut the fuck up, okay? So, okay, so, no speeds. Cocaines, maybe? Little bits? But you can only have one of the drugs, so you want just cocaines? It's gonna be quite nervous times, I think, with the because you are gonna do more and more and more, and then you are running and then you are coming down, but only a long time, and your nose is bleeding. So it's not so good. I think if this is the only drug, I am going to consider that Viagra can be prescription drug, so it is not counting as, let's twist it a bit. It's okay, Brett, what do you think as my manager? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really fall under my purview, let's say. It's not really my area. I think that's okay. Let's say that they're pharmaceutical. I mean, they're legal over the counter, right? Yes, so only quite recently, actually, it is a lot easier for me to buy. But if you go to Oxford Pharmacy online, it is a completely anonymous service, and they will send you whatever Viagra you want. So that is great. A little bit more expensive, but no one is knowing, except for you, about the Viagra. Okay, so shall we do a tune and come back? Well, you were going to do more of your voice notes, weren't you, Avis? Do you want to do another voice note? Yes, okay, I am running low on the bed, so I will push this for the tune, and then this is, they say, Jump, and with the featuring the Horseman, and this is great, again, another Ty Wallace act. Okay, we come back with a voice note after this.
Why the government try to tie we down? And a chain and bandage.
You can't chase me, you will not follow me.
Let us be free like a bird in a tree.
You won't outrun me, I won't know defeat.
The people that want some freedom, yeah.
You can't chase me, you will not follow me.
No.
You can't keep me, so give up release.
Freedom.
You can't chase me, you will not follow me. You won't outrun me, I won't know defeat. You can't chase me, you will not follow me. You can't keep me, so give up release. No more work for your machine. This engine starts, these hands are not clean. This capital is everlasting. You're still full, they're still hungry. On the streets, the mob is angry. Nobody loves, nobody moves. The way to live, it ain't so easy. No more moves, we see you clearly. You can't chase me, you will not follow me.
Don't follow me.
You won't outrun me, I won't know defeat.
Don't follow me.
You can't chase me, you will not follow me.
Don't follow me.
believers. There's only facts, there's no more fiction. Forget the stories you've been told, and equal share of what we own. Beg for no one, do not bow. No more lies, keep your soul. You can't chase me, you will not follow me. Don't follow me, don't follow me, follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me. You won't outrun me, I won't know defeat. Don't follow me, don't follow me, follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me. You can't chase me, you will not follow me. Don't follow me, don't follow me, follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me. You can't keep me, so give up release. Don't follow me, don't follow me, follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me. Say freedom, that's what the people them want. Say freedom, that's what the people them want. Say freedom, that's what the people them want. Say freedom, people want to jump on cross. The government says they want to touch up. Yeah, I'm a goon chopper. They want him back up. They crying for other. They find a job and then the people run the well and not be shoot and stab. You can't chase me, you will not follow me. Don't follow me, follow me, follow me, go on, follow me. You won't outrun me, I won't know defeat. Can't chase me, you can't chase me. No, you can't chase me, you will not follow me. Don't follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me. You can't keep me, so give up release. You can't chase me, you will not follow me.
Hey guys, Avis Van Rental, Superstar Dutch DJ update from the lock-in the Countryside Mansions. To be honest, I was a little nervous leaving London's, leaving all the peoples, but I had the bitches with me. We are arriving quite well, to be honest, in the mansions. It is a beautiful place. There is even a jacuzzi, which is very nice. I even had a good time last night. I mean, I had great times. Let's not deny that. I am in a mansion with the booze, the drugs, and the ladies, and there is no other male. So Avis is stepping up to the alpha male position to the ladies have needs. There is a crisis in the world, and they need to be feeling love, So there is somewhat some reversal in the role, because I must say I am also not feeling so healthy today in the groin area. The penis is quite worn now. It is not easy to go to a mansion with some girls who are almost quite feral in their sexuality, and they are. It was like a metaphor that the monster of the virus is. It's there, invisible, then picks up speed, and then before you know it, it is becoming quite violent to the population. The same with the girls. So, I was feeling quite smug yesterday, but I'm feeling very damaged today. There is a lot of emotions, a lot of estrogens, and also, I am honestly feeling that there is this fucking killing virus going around. I mean, this is quite fucked up shit. And by the third tab of acid last night, I was really freaking out quite a lot about the virus thing. And then I know, if I'm on a bad trip, then I have to say, Avis, you are tripping. You think about this serious shit another time, because there is already a lot of questions, and then you take the acid and there is only questions and nothing to know for real. And so I try and drop it, and then that is when Debbie was sucking my cock, and it was getting chafed. So then I was in pain in the cock, which is some of the worst pain, and thinking about a world disaster on 3 tabs of acid. I say people today I'm quite broken, but like the rest of you, I'm stuck here And I have chosen this. Some of you are with the families and you don't like each other and it's quite terrible, but there is your family. But I chose to come to quite a, let's say, rural area with these girls. Let's see how it plays out. I will be in touch with you. I just say thank you for being there for me as well. You know, I'm here for you, but you are here for me, and we will support each other through these times. You know, we are going to get through this. Come on, you know. Remember some of those parties when you were taking way too much drugs, you were getting it on with the wrong woman, you pissed your friend off, and there was a whole mess, and a few days you got over it all, you know. So think about those times. Okay, stay sexy, and remember to touch yourself very regularly.
Very nice, Avis. Very nice voice note. Yes, Brett, will you skin up while I put the mouse outfit on? And then we come back and chat. Yeah, that sounds fine. As my manager, thank you very much. Okay, Avis, no problem. Yes, Brett, you might have to go to London to get my contracts as well, you know that. Yeah, we'll have to consider that.
Kick this off with a licorice monster rap, spitting beyond your chat. Kick the rap on the bar. This one is for them. Mystery, Mr. Man, flipping the cinch again. Don't be a booty boo. Whether you love it or not, brother, we run the track. Sonny, I shouldn't dispute. Curry covering ya. Pulling around, running and proud. Something astounding. Brothers allowed under the power of the brown skin. Hellbent, knocking over headstone off. With the board. You know we have to check, hold on. Get it done. You the forms we be rolling in force. Full of bull by the horns, we smoking a minute.
Avis,
oh, wait, hold on. Take a minute to pause. We be busy with the switches. You be checking the scores. You'll be keeping it bam diggity bigger than bam.
Yes, Brett, okay, you do it. It's gonna be weird, but okay. You want this one? The featuring the fox? Okay, this is the mouse outfit featuring Fox. The fox. Okay. Is this the one, Brett? Yes. Anything to make you happy, maybe you can get my contracts for that. Yes. This is much sexier, actually, I see it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Real, them already for. Them a thing how we bring drop heavier.
Oh, yeah.
Sasquatch word a dog bag of berry, yeah. When we done move on, step steady, yeah. Real, them already for. Them a thing how we bring drop heavier. Sasquatch word a dog bag of berry, yeah. When we done move on, step steady, yeah. Step steady, yeah. We rascal dark, I move like shark. Predator, think them who we bring where them not ready for. We rascal dark, I move like shark. Predator, think them who we bring where them not ready for. We rascal dark, I move like shark. Predator, think them who we bring where them not ready for. We rascal dark, I move like shark. Predator, think them who we bring where them not ready for. So take the one, left the one, tell the boy from Opalaka. Bro, you woulda know if you see the film shatter. Come for take it out, send a chatter bag of maca. Now go do the thing at all if you not go do it proper. Man, I'm on the planet strong, so tell a man to watch ya. From you is a waste man, I better you not catch ya. Better you not stop ya. Better say you move, better get the hot stepping for we pepper them shoes. Disrespect the case, man, you plan to come a copper. Cause the man no fuck around, the man is not a sucker. Man a dapper than the one is on the gutter. Slightly have my rocker, always puffing pan the pucker. Some would say you're not a to my face, them woulda stutter if them ever try and out them talk. We rascal dark, I move like shark. Predator, think them who we bring where them not ready for. We rascal dark, I move like shark. Predator, think them who we bring where them not ready for. Yeah. Step steady, yeah. Hey, step steady, yeah. Step steady, yeah. When we done move on, step steady, yeah. Steady, yeah. I'm a rapper who will drop a rhyme, shatter mine, same time bust a line and make mine slow. Who feed nice pon the lines I sow like fruit pon the vine, every time we'll grow. Straight sunshine with the H2O, that's me pon a beat when I speak and I flow. Bear deep when the beach on the mouse to the O. U to the T fit me like whoa. Perfect fit like the perfect skit when the herbs get lit, shine a perfect glow. Inhale deep, let the smoke out slow as a smoke exhale, let the folks them know. Ain't none better, straight trendsetter. We walk the path where the others won't go. Won't fall off ever, tell a boy never. Who think that can kiss me bumbo? We rascal dark, I move like shark. Predator, think them who we bring where them not ready for. We rascal dark, I move like shark. Predator, think them who we bring where them not ready for. Yeah. Step steady, yeah. Hey, step steady.
Yes, so that was the one, the mouse outfit. Brett, can you lower the bench, please? The bed is a bit loud. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, welcome back, Flimsy Chuff Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know more about Flimsy Chuff Radio, you can just Google Flimsy Chuff Radio. I am DJ Avis Van Renshaw. We were doing a lot of shows a long time ago, but we have come back for the lockdowns. And that is great because we are so bored like you. So we thought, okay, let's get the band back together. Robert, are you happy about that?
I never really knew what I was doing in the Flimsy Chuff anyway.
Well, Robert, we interviewed you on show number 2, I think it was, or 2 or 3. I think it was, I think it was show number 3. It might have been 4 even. Brett, you are sounding so like you don't know what the fuck you are talking about. And you are my manager, and you are leaving the contracts in London, so we cannot check if there is an act of God, and Avis is getting cancellation fees. And this is very important because we are running out of drugs. It has been 2 weeks in lockdowns, and what the fuck, man? What the fuck are you doing and talk about the show when you met Robert, and who gives a shit about that? Now, guys, let's talk about the game we were playing, about the drug that you want to be in the house with, in the lockdowns. Have we ruled cocaine out? Is that okay, Brett? Yeah, I mean, you said it quite well, Avis. I mean, it sounds like a very painful experience being locked down with only cocaine and then water and maybe coffee as well.
Oh, well, now we're talking. I still don't mind a bit of coffee. And, my Perrier water, but it's like some lemon. You have to make sure you've got limes or lemons for my Perrier water when you go on the booze run.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess, yes, Brett, as my manager, you are also going on the booze run. You are going on the booze run. You are going to get my contract from London, and then when you come back, and make sure you get Robert his lime and the ice. You need to get a bag of ice, okay? Okay, sounds great. So, I am very much bordering on taking, maybe alcohol? You can have alcohol anyway, right? Because it's legal. We are talking about illegal highs, okay? This is great. So we have the alcohol and the cigarettes in the bag. We have the Viagra. We have lemon and lime for Robert's Perrier. So it's good.
It sounds quite good, Avis. I think you've got quite a lot in the bag there already. I mean, there's already 4 items that I wouldn't be partaking of, so maybe 3. Oh, I sound like Brett now with what the Flimsy show was.
Yeah, okay, I think it was 3 or 4, Robert. Don't you remember? You came on as an economist to tell us how the economy works. And it was so compelling that people asked you back, and then you became a part of it.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk about it, Brett. Now, what are we talking about? You've got your booze, you've got your drug.
Yes, that's right, Robert. So, we can rule out cocaine and speed. Definitely rule out the speed, of course. And this is leaving things like ecstasies, acid. Acid, now that is a very interesting one. I've only taken 2 tabs on Friday night, and this was so nice. This was great times. Would not matter what night, but with the ladies, and it's my coconut oil is arriving. So in the Amazon is great. It's still working, no problems. Maybe you wait 5 more days, okay? So we waited a few more days for the coconut oil, but I can tell you that, yes, Alison was very much enjoying what I was doing to her with the coconut oils. So,
Avis, do you think you should go for another tune now? Because it's,
Yes, I should, but I did not find one. Here we go. Yes, this is gonna be very steppy and skankings. Dreader than dread, Lanceloop, very nice. So let's do this, and then we will come to another voice note. I think the next voice note, I was going to ask you another game. What one person would you like to spend in the lockdown? So you can think about that while this tune is coming. And Avis tells you 2 people that he actually met in the lockdowns. very recently. Okay, let's step in, Skank, and we come back
Enter
just
me,
after
over them.
this with the voice note number 3. Let's Skank. Let's spliff.
Spurker, man, I say architect, a fister, real bad man around here. Tell them so when I wrap up on a lip up on a chat up. I mean, I say, Jada than dread. Say me look, because them madder than, sicker than them. Madder than, sicker than them. Dreader than dread. Yeah, but look at me tell them say, yo, say what? We rise up and let the pussy them a ball. Some a hurry up all police where them a call. That now go stop me with the killing none at all. Tell them empty look no fear no sound none at all. Blood is splash out and mark up on the wall. So who you gonna run to? Who you gonna tell? So the whole of them the fussy them gonna hell. This antelope and nobody can tell. Real bad man sound round here. It's real hip hop music. And I didn't know about life with antelope.
What the time you have the dread, 12 o'clock naughty.
Because them madder than, sicker than them. Madder than, sicker than them. Dreader than dread. Yeah, but look at me tell them say, yo. And when we rise the machine them early morning, when it bust in at the dance and tear off your ceiling. If your family a ball them get bad feeling. And we bust it from early straight till later. Bust it at the street and tear down all your gate. Any sound this you know a killing straight. This antelope a murder in a the place. What them a do? What them a try? Jump and a go die. Put it bye in a them eye. This antelope a bumbo class sound die. Who you gonna run to? Who you gonna tell? Send another jump and sound gonna tell them ragamuffin when I play. Tell them the ragamuffin DJ. Tell them I Scaramucci all the way. You don't know that real bad man sound round here. It's real hip hop music. And I didn't know about life with antelope. Because them madder than, sicker than them. Madder than, sicker than them. Dreader than dread. Yeah, but look at me tell them say, yo. Because them madder than, sicker than them. War them a war without them. Then the antelope when afraid, none of them. Real bad sound and that's all them finna. Humbuckler flip up with them all of them.
So, Avis Van Ransom here. It is effectively day 3 of the lock-in because I'm liking a lot of mystical knowledge from the past. I'm talking like 2,000-3,000 years, guys, you know. They are always starting the day at the night. With the lunar, they start the day from nighttime. So this is night 3 of the lock-in. I'm pleased to report I have got through my calm down pretty well, and I've recovered quite nice. Always with the beer and the spliff is level me out nice. So I have snatched a few minutes. I've got the sex going back again with the girls. Great times. We are putting on like some quite ambient, chill music. Doing the fluffy, the strokey. And I just say, guys, I've got to go out and speak to the people. Do my diaries and have a cigarette. So that is what I'm doing. None of that is a point, but just to set the scene. So Avis, I've had a almost 20-year career in the DJ in music, and still I'm quite niche, but I've always hung around with very successful people. So because I'm hanging around with them, I'm going to the places that successful people go, but they are going to a very fat mansion in the country, and I'm going for something a little bit more modest in the price. So sometimes I'm that guy that is down the road, but I'm connected with them, and I can go to the super sexy punk party with the famous people, and always feeling maybe I'm kind of like the joke character, the the token foreign guy, you know, and he has the name like the car company and that guy. He always wears silly clothes and he talks the sex, and you know, I'm kind of that kind of value to the party. And a lot of these people, you know, they are established. They have given up fried food. They have stopped doing drugs 5 years, and I'm still going. And I feel like maybe I am in this period reflecting on my actual role in these parties. Maybe I'm kind of like the sad 50-year-old guy that still gets fucked with the people. I don't know yet. Maybe I'm just very good value, and I'm sticking with that for the moment because there is a lot of existential crisis going on. I don't want to consider this right now. So the countryside I'm going to, I have to admit, is Oxfordshire. And I am finding this modest Airbnb up the road from the Hoi Polloi. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am meeting two absolute megastars. One I'm having a spliff with, and you won't believe it. And the other I'm talking spiritual stuff with, but he is watching me do Class A's. So the guy I had a spliff with, it is David Cameron. And you know the first thing I say to him, David, do you want a spliff? And he said, yeah, well, I have been known to smoke, especially at these kind of times. And I say, David, you may have a puff of the spliff if you can answer me the one question. What the fuck were you doing with the Brexit? What the fuck were you thinking? And then the problem that I had is I got actually very, very angry and agitated, and I ended up shouting at him. But the best moment, I was able to kick him in the balls before his security intervened. And then the funniest thing is I'm shouting after him when his security go, I am paying for this. I'm a UK taxpayer. I'm a resident in the UK. I am paying for his security detail. And he fucking, well, David fucking Cameron, who the fuck are you, pighead? And I'm lucky I didn't get arrested, but it was at least I could blend into the party with my full onesie twister outfit, and it was fine with the green wig. No one noticed at all. And the other person, later in the evening, I come to the steps. You know who is there? You miss him. Noel Edmonds. For the non-English people, you need to Google Noel Edmonds. He's a great personality. So you know, I'm reading his book, Cosmic Ways to Change Your Life. So Noel is very spiritual. And we were having a deep conversation about the mystical powers of the universe, etc., etc. And he was being Noel. It was amazing. It was like I was talking to him. It was like, oh my God, you are Noel Edmonds. You are being Noel. Like you. And he seemed like, yes, that I'm Noel. And we tried to change the subject. And then I said to him, no, you know the book Cosmic Ways to Change Your Life, and you talk about positivity and just do whatever, you know, be you, unapologetically you, that kind of vibe. I said, right now I need to take a substantial few lines of the Peruvian marching powder. And he said, okay. He didn't give me a hard time, and I did it in front of him. And then we start talking Mr. Blobby, and that is it. So I meet two great... This is night 3. You see how this is going? Now I must leave to satisfy the ladies. This is constant work, by the way. Don't go to a mansion with a lot of hot ladies that are highly sexually charged. It's on paper it sounds fun, but by night 3. So I took a Valium 20 minutes ago, and hopefully, well, it always works. I know. I speak to you soon. Stay sexy.
Okay, so great. This was Diary 3 from the lockdowns, and as you hear, maybe we will change the game a little bit, because before I ask who would the one person you go to lockdown with is, And now I can say, let's change the 2 people you would like to meet, because on my list there was not even David Cameron. Also, Noel Edmonds is not playing on my list. So, although they are fulfilling dreams that I could only imagine, especially my interactions with both of them also, to be honest. They were both quite compelling. So, yes, I am thinking about, can we explore the conversation of the one drug that we will go to the lockdowns with, because, or continue the lockdowns. So, I think the problem with the cocaine, I was thinking when I was hearing the conversation with Noel, I remember this line very well, because he was quite okay with it, even though he's a very spiritual guy, and obviously he was campaigning against cake many years ago. You remember the cake from the this was very dangerous drug as well. So I am thinking it's very Moorish, the problem with the cocaine. That is the problem. So maybe we can go to something else. I'm thinking the weed is so good in the lockdowns, eh? I mean, I'm not a big smoker, I can tell you that, because normally, why? You know, it makes me want to eat and not go out and eat and watch a Netflix. So what is the problem now? But the problem for Avis, maybe because I am having the Viagras and the booze and the cigarettes, then the weed is nice, but I have the cigarettes that I can pretend is weed. So we are talking of the acid. It's very good. You can have in a country house, in the countryside, we can have very good times with the summer vibes. I am quite convinced that this one might be the way forward, the acid or the mushrooms. What do you think, guys?
Perrier water, of course. Thank you. Lime, ice.
And Brett? Yeah, acid could be really, really lovely, I think, if you only had acid. You'd have to take some days off, wouldn't you, in between? Yes, of course, but the days roll into the days, so, you know, just space it out. Viagra is important, not so much, if there is not so much weed. Let's, so what are we gonna do now? I think we should go to another tune. Yes, this is Gypsies of Bohemia doing a song that you are knowing very well indeed. Thank you.
Say boom boom, let me hear you say way-oh. Way-oh. Boom boom, got the bata say way-oh. Way-oh. Say boom boom, let me hear you say way-oh. Way-oh. Boom boom, got the bata say way-oh. Way-oh. Just want to lay you down, let me take you from behind. I won't come until it's time. If I cannot sleep with you, maybe I can have a taste. Put your nanny on my tongue and your booty in my face. Say boom boom, let me hear you say way-oh. Way-oh. Boom boom boom, got the pata say way-oh. Way-oh. Say boom boom, let me hear you say way-oh. Way-oh. Boom boom boom. Girl, your booty is so round, I just want to lay you down, let me take you from behind. I won't come until it's time, but if I cannot sleep with you, maybe I can have a taste. Put your nanny on my tongue and your booty in my face. Say boom boom boom, let me hear you say way-oh. Way-oh. Boom boom boom, got the pot to say way-oh. Way-oh. Say boom boom boom, let me hear you say way-oh. Way-oh. Boom boom boom, got the pot to say way-oh. Way-oh. From the mothership, Ali brothers about to rip me down another tip. slip, don't trip. Check it out, I do it. My lick is in the house, turn your body into fluid. I came back from the depths of doom, straight back at you. Ow! The boom say boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say way oh, way oh. Boom, boom, boom. Got the fat to say way oh, way oh. Say boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say way oh, way oh. Boom, boom, boom. Got the fat to say way oh, way oh.
Gypsies of Bohemia, very nice, very good times, and we have a nice bed, Bob James, a woman of Ireland. Bob James, very good Rhodes player, very nice 70s, 80s Rhodes, very nice. There's being sampled for some hip-hops as well, so that is nice education's music for you. Bob James, check him out, very cheesy, very nice. So, Brett, have you decided if you are going to London's to get my contract? Because the situation, guys, is this, the situation is simple. So that is that Avis's gigs are all cancelled. They have all gone to November time. And so I'm losing all my income like you people. It is so tough. And I can have signing on. How is my universal credit claim going, Brad? Yeah, it's all through. You're going to find out on the 22nd of April how much money you get, and then they'll pay you on the 26th. So you don't know how much they are paying? No, not at the moment. They'll be in touch on the 22nd of April. Okay, so I just get really fucked till then, finish the drugs and hope there is enough money to pay for the new ones. Sounds like a plan, Avis. Yes. Okay, great. So, I don't know what I was saying before, so I'm gonna put one more tune. I think, or you want voice note first? You want voice note or tune? I cannot hear anyone, so, what do you think, guys?
Oh, Avis, well, you've got another you should put another voice note because you've got another two, and you should get rid of one of them, and it's already an hour nearly, so we should go to the spunk and sexy parties. I'm going to go to my room that you kindly laid on.
Yes, I gave you a nice room, a lot of flowers on the wallpapers. This is Airbnb, Robert, so we don't know what we were going to get, and now we are stuck here for the entire lockdown. Good for the person we are renting from, but not so good if my universal credit is not coming. So, okay, we are going to put voice note number 4 just for you. Thank you, Robert. And Brad maybe would have made a decision whether he's going to London's. This is Sunday night on the bank holidays, whether he's going to London's today or when he is getting my contract. So I let you decide. Thanks, Avis. I'll have a think while this is on. Okay. Thank you. Avis Van Rantel back. Day 4 here in the lockdown in the countryside. We are all quite poised because Boris Johnson will announce probably a lockdown in the UK tonight. We are waiting for 8:30. To be honest, reality bites. We have woken up with the calm downs. We have decided to take some days off the visiting our friends who take us to the other worlds. You know who I mean. Because these voice notes might end up standing the test of time. We don't want to talk. I think in other voice notes I've spoken quite specifically about ingesting of drugs, so that one fucked. That is not the point. It's day 4. I'm starting to deal with promoters on email about this gig cancelled. You know, I've just had Bogner I had a 50 capacity in Wagner. That is cancelled, postponed for December. And it just goes on, from this, was a nice place called Tunbridge Wells in Kent, cancelled, rescheduling. There is a nice bar in Norwich, rescheduled, and so on and so forth. So Wakefield, that is done. We are wondering, well, what if people are getting coronavirus in December or November, or because a sizable market of mine is the 40 plus, because they remember the good times in music. Anyway, so now I'm thinking, what the fuck am I going to do for the next 2 months, potentially? Lockdown with these feral bitches. They are already starting to argue. It's this quite complicated situation, and now I think, I'm starting to think, what does this mean? And I've decided what I will do is resume with some heavy drug taking Tuesday, Wednesday, get really smashed, but also start imagining the unknown and getting comfortable with that. So I wish I could just not get smashed and just get comfortable with the unknown, but I need some padding, so I'm going to do that. And I think by Wednesday, Thursday, I start to think about all the things that Avis can do that he doesn't normally do. That is good, which is going to be challenging, of course. So this is things that you wished of doing. Of course, it's confined to things you wished you were doing in your house. But we have the internet. This is a very amazing tool. This can be used for all sorts of things. I was thinking of starting a pole dancing session every Thursday, just Avis stripping from various levels of sartorial coverings. Yes. And this kind of things, put PayPal and maybe you can make some money for the rent. Let's get creative, guys. Let's start thinking above ourselves. We're connecting with the humans. We have the WhatsApp video. We have all these things we can connect with the humans. Reach out to the people you don't normally speak to because you're fucking busy and you go out a lot. And then think of all the things we can do. Let's get positive. Let's get through our calm down. Mine will resume after the next binge. And by Thursday, new calm down, but new possibilities, because I have started imagining what that means. Stay sexy. Keep yourself. so welcome back. So the Avis voice notes, you can hear the dipping and diving, you know. There is different scenarios where I am having quite a great time and then struggling quite somewhat. So that is okay. I think this is the general human experience. We're having good days and bad, but also that we are not going out at all is very difficult. Brad, do you want to risk getting my contracts from London? This is the questions. Yeah, look, Avis, I decided that I'll go after the bank holiday because it's going to be a bit like the Rozzers are out. It's bank holiday, you know, this is the time they're catching people. Apparently it's gonna rain, and then I should do that then. And then also I had an idea that I'll buy a load of frozen food, like ready meals, and then just have them in the boot, and then just say that I bought a load of shopping for an old person, and I'm driving to London with it because they're on their own and they're not in contact with their neighbours. So yes, Brad, sounds a bit quite devious really, but I like it. To evade the law, we're doing this, but people, don't be like Brad. You only like doing this for me to, so Avis is not gonna become destitute. Is that not right, Brad? Yeah, that's right, Avis. You are my responsibility, and I need to make sure that you don't become destitute. Yes, and thank you for doing the universal credit applications, because that is going to be a big help for the drugs. So, excuse me. So, we need to, just, what I will do, think that I will talk a little bit more, play a tune, come back with a voice note, say goodbye, play a tune. Is that good?
Yeah, I want to go to bed soon, Avis. It's getting near my bedtime now, so...
Okay, so this is gonna be Dabbler. It is super happy. He is UK hip-hop, very good UK hip-hop. You can even hear the lyrics, which is great. So that is why we are playing it. Super happy. Let's try and be super happy, even though it is quite weird and shit. Oh, and the beginnings, this is kind of... in the video, he is working in the factory. So I will fast forward. Then he puts on a cassette with the headphones. And then the beat is starting. This is the cassette noise, you see. I'm right. Okay, Dabbler, super happy. Thank you, please. Okay. Nice times. Touchings.
Name another rapper fucking with my forte. Dabbler getting more play. Boy, you man are fruitier than sorbet, and more debatable than asexual orgasms. My debut album came with everything that yours hasn't. More than happy to spoil it. Smoking an oily, banging homosexual women in a unisex toilet. What's the point of this voice if I can't record it? Claim to be reporting the truth, but it sounds distorted. And no one's hanging on long enough to absorb it, cause basically the story you're telling smelling of bullshit. Macaulay Culkin buzzing. Better hope he doesn't. Ultimately revolting, let's keep it cozy, cousin. Look at the flows he busting. He's so exciting, there's never been nothing like him. They're writing, but it's all over nothing. All I need is some cans in the room to stand up in. Dash a couple dozen grams up in my fan oven. Your hand shoving the wrong man, so understand Dabbler don't belong in a program. That's a damn something.
It's that shit that makes me happy, really happy, truly happy. It's that shit that makes me happy, proper happy, super happy.
AKA rap's last resort has collapsed and he can't walk. Strapped to a large board on his back with a jar jaw. Flash to the last door, getting lashed on the dance floor. Looking fucked, tucking into a bag for the bath swords. Peaked early at 3:30, you need surgery. Deep dirty and each journey is reach worthy. Got them staring like meerkats, tearing up the beer mats. Fist in the air, twisting the earwax. It's all rinsable, rappers you ain't invincible. You sound whack, you've abandoned all of your principles. We ain't cool anymore, you become cringeable. You need to have a word with your fam and your gang of imbeciles. And stop fucking about with the unswindable, or catch one in the mouth at the next interval. Unthinkable, fate of the unsinkable. Wait till I bump into you, you know I will.
That's that shit that makes me happy, really happy, truly happy. That's that shit that makes me happy, proper happy, super happy. That's that shit that makes me happy, really happy, truly happy. That's that shit that makes me happy, proper happy, super
Better remember the name if you're gonna enter the game. You can label it what you want, but can never call it the same. My team are on production, a gang are forming a chain. Ladies, grab your man's balls for hip hop, all in the name. If I have to drag myself through the mud and crawl in the rain, forget these other people that keep on stalling the train. Maybe the conflicting opinions sorted to blame. Maybe drugs ain't the way I should deal with all of the pain. Life is crazy as fuck and we're all in it. If just for a small minute we rush for that cool finish. Full spirit, you're torn and it's all image. We're born with a force limit, the status report digit. Balls deep in this plot and it's all spinny. We're rotten and talk silly on top of a small city. They bop with a short shimmy. It's frothing and all swilly and hotter than pork chili. Now walk with me.
Cause that's that shit that makes me happy. Really happy, truly happy. That's that shit that makes me happy. Proper happy, super happy. That's that shit that makes me happy. Really happy, truly happy. That's that shit that makes me happy. Proper happy.
You shitphone!
Yes, welcome back. This is Avis Van Rensselaer, and I am here to introduce and also interview a local resident from the Hampstead area. His name is Parker Blythe Smithens. And are you a relation of Robert? Robert Smithens? No, dear boy, no, absolutely not. No, it's my Smithens, yes. Okay, and so how are you finding the lockdowns, Parker? Well, to be quite honest, I'm having a whale of a time. I mean, I don't know what all the fuss is about. Here in Hampstead, I mean, just the other day I was walking and I just noticed one of the houses had a blue plaque, and I had never noticed a blue plaque before. It was some famous poet or something. It was quite marvellous. And dear boy, the pollution is marvellous. No pollution at all. So I walk around Hampstead Heath, do a bit of some sort of hobo spiritual stuff in the morning, read the papers, have coffee served to me by Bird. I've still got my staff, you see. They kept them on, really. They were a household. So, of course, there's Julia, who lives in the cupboard, my cupboard. So I'm having a great time. Yes, so Parker, sounds very nice. Sounds like, because right now I'm talking to you from the countryside, from lockdown, and I'm done much the same approach, but it sounds like you are not doing too many drugs, but we are doing a lot of drugs, and fucking as well. So you are doing much fucking? Well, we don't like to talk about these things on telephone, Mr. DJ Avis Van Rental. Isn't that like the car company anyway? Who are you? I mean, what is this thing? Well, it's a radio show and we're talking about lockdown. You are one of our guests, esteemed guests from Hampstead. Yes, Hampstead, yes. Anyway, I mean, I don't know what the fuss is about. Really, I don't mind keeping locked away. My food delivery is coming tomorrow. 5 bottles of single malt, all different brands, marvellous. And I shall just recently got into Dickens as well. Marvellous writer. I don't know why I ignored him for so long. It's terrible. Well, it sounds so quite sexy, Parker. Have good times. Yes, and the pollution, of course. I mean, we're saving everything. It's some people are dying, some people are living because of it. Maybe we'll stop flying and driving. Who knows? Anyway, I don't care. I go by helicopter myself. Thank you very much, Parker, for coming on the show. Thank you. We are going to listen to a lot of experiences of the lockdowns over the next days from different guests, and there was Parker Blythe Smithens, strange guy. Thanks for listening, guys. Hope you're staying safe. Be blessed, and look for the good, not for the lack. Look for what you can do, and if that's having extra sexy times, then that is also very nice.
So great, guys. That was my voice notes from the lockdown so far. We will do different guests on the lockdown when I've come from my calm down.
Well, let me say, Avis, he's no relation to me because I never would have kept my staff on. He's not a Smithens, definitely not. Not from my side of the family.
Okay, well, I think the jury is out, Robert, no problems. And, have we decided on the drug? I think Avis is going with acid, to be honest. I am rolling out ketamine, heroin. Ketamine is an interesting one. Maybe we should come back to that one for the next show. Maybe we need some time to think about this. It's a very big decision, the one drug. The two people to spend lockdowns, I think, is gonna have to be Linda Lusardi from the 80s, but she has to look like she was in the 80s. And Noel Edmonds, of course, because I'm reconnecting with Noel. He is not even knowing I've read all the books. I have been going through times where I was deeply attracted to Mr. Blobby, and he is influencing my career somewhat as well. So, to you guys, who would you spend the lockdowns with? The two people and the one drug that you would spend it with? And I think I'm gonna go for the acid, liquid or psilocybin. Liquid psilocybin, please. Thank you. Brett, which one do you like? I think I'd just stick with alcohol, to be honest, Davis. If you can have ciggies, alcohol, yeah, alcohol probably. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll have a little bit of coke every now and again. That'll be like a little lift. Yes, and of course you can keep the tobacco, the Viagra, anything like prescription is fine. So okay, so you will have the cocaines. May I have some because you are bringing it, and that is your only one. Hopefully Avis can have some. And Robert, are you sticking with the limes?
Yeah, of course. It's Perrier water. It has to be a big supply. I can't run out. And I'll have the limes, please. Yes, Perrier water and limes.
And the two people, have you thought about them? It'd be difficult, man. I'd like to bring Prince back from the dead and spend lockdown with Prince. And then, I'm not sure about the other one. We'll come back to it next time. Yes, no problem, Brad. We will come back next time. Robert?
I don't want to spend lockdown with anyone. I just want to spend it on my own. I'm very surprised I even came here, but as I said, most of my block have gone to the south of France. It is nice to meet up with Harry and Julia and have a glass every now and again. Can't that. No, I need to go now. Can we finish the show, please?
Yes, okay. So, thank you guys. That was Flimsy Chuff Radio. We will finish the show on Dubmatics, Wobble Weeble. Very nice track. Thank you for joining us. This first live stream. First stream. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And we will see you again very soon. Remember, be kind. And if you can't be kind, then just be vague. Vague. Just be vague. If you can't be kind, just be vague. Thank you. Good night.
Well, Dubmatics is the new craze. The thing called the Wobble Weeble. Get with it or get off the boat. You just wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. That dance a physical, you can't move like you're feeble. If you wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. All the artists new craze and the people them amaze when you wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. That dance a physical, you can't move like you're feeble. When you wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. All the artists new craze and the people them amaze. If you follow me step and watch closely, fi do the wobble weeble, it not too easy. You have to bend your back and roll your belly. Put your hand by your head and whiny. Kick out one foot like you're half crazy. My attitude girls have the dance already. So just wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. The dance a physical, you can't move like you're feeble. When you wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. All the artists new craze and the people them are matter if you're young. For real, are the wickedest dancer jam down. It make the shot of them wobble down, them gone. When night time come, in my trophy win some. Them a do the wobble weeble till them both tumble down. Nancy start smile like she want give me some. We a do the wobble weeble till the rising of the sun. Who forget left and who fi come. So you just wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. The dancer physical, you can't move like you feeble when you wobble weeble. Come do the wobble weeble. The artist new craze and the people them amaze when you wobble weeble. Come do the wobble weeble. The dancer physical, you can't move like you feeble when you wobble weeble. Come do the wobble weeble. And the artist new craze and the people them amaze. Follow me step and watch closely. Fi do the wobble weeble, it's not too easy. You have to bend your back and roll your belly. Put your hand by your head and whiny, whiny. Kick out one foot like you half crazy. My attitude girls have the dance already. So just wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. The dance are physical, you can't move like you feeble. Yeah. Wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. And the artist new craze of the people them amaze when you wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. The dance are physical, you can't move like you feeble when you wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. And the artist new craze of the people them amaze. It no matter if you're old, it no matter if you're young. For real, are the wickedest dancer jam down. It make the shot of them wobble down, them gone. When night time come, in my trophy win some. Them a do the wobble weeble till them both tumble down. Nancy start smile like she want give me some. Them a do the wobble weeble till the rising of the sun. Who fi get left and who fi come. Just wobble weeble, come do the wobble weeble. The dance a physical, you can't move like you feeble when you wobble weeble. Come do the wobble weeble. And the artist new craze and the people them amaze when you wobble